Hi all, thanks for joining. I'm Nidhi Patel, a product manager here at WorkFusion. Today, I want to give you an idea of two of the use cases we have, identity verification and adverse media monitoring. The easiest way to do that is through WorkFusion's Use Case Navigator, which has information on hundreds of use cases implemented with the WorkFusion platform. It's easy to find. Just type start.workfusion.com in your web browser. There's a quick video introduction if you'd like. Otherwise, you could scroll down the page to start exploring. You can click into some of the focused industries like banking, financial services, and insurance. You can also look into groups of use cases such as AML or claims intake. But you can also dive straight into specific use cases here at the bottom, which we'll do now with our first use case of identity verification. On these individual use case pages, there are details at the top, such as description and typical impact metrics. For some of the use cases, like with identity verification, you can watch a demo of what it looks like in production. Let me play that for you.
In this video, you will see how financial institutions can automate the identity verification step of an account opening process, thus speeding up onboarding and retaining revenue that otherwise could be lost due to customer dissatisfaction. To streamline the review of identification documents and data, WorkFusion's prepackaged solution addresses the primary challenges of a typical customer onboarding process: unstructured data that arrives in varied document formats, a high volume of mandatory checks for customer identity verification, a multi-step process which includes up to 60 touchpoints across disparate legacy systems. How does our solution for customer identity verification deal with these challenges? Let's consider this process, both with and without WorkFusion. Manual verification of identity documents usually takes just a few minutes, but the task often waits in a queue for days before it is handled. Requests are usually submitted via email with files attached. An analyst needs to review these attachments and compare the provided names, addresses, and other information against the application and identify any discrepancies. If there are no issues, the analyst manually keys the information into the system of record. This process is time-sensitive and plays a critical role in delivering a superior customer experience and maintaining regulatory compliance. However, the large number of reviews required makes the overall process slow. And the wide variety of documents, many containing unstructured data, limits ability to digitize information and creates opportunities for error. Here's how WorkFusion's pre-built solution accelerates customer identity verification. Pre-trained bots retrieve data from internal and external applications, and supporting docs then digitize and classify documents. Next, bots extract data from ID, proof of address, or tax documents. After processing the data, an automatic reconciliation step will identify any discrepancies, and if no issues are found, the core systems will be updated. If an issue is found, it is routed to a subject matter expert who can efficiently handle any exceptions via a user-friendly interface in the Workspace application. When the analyst logs into the Workspace application, they see documents that have already been digitized and analyzed, which simplifies their work and directs them to the specific discrepancy in question. On the summary page, the analyst sees, in this case, that bots have verified all required data from the documents except the address. So the analyst navigates to the address page, sees that the address does exist, and enters it manually by simply highlighting it. Exceptions handled by analysts are used to further train the bots, and this continuously increases the automation level. In this example, the summary shows that the address is verified. If there are additional data points to collect and validate, the analyst will see similar interfaces for working with the ID and tax documents. After completing a record, the analyst moves to the next one. Throughout the process, data from each step is automatically captured in an audit trail. More insight about the automated process is available on Advanced Analytics dashboards, which show aggregated data about daily volumes split by category. The powerful set of automation capabilities that you've just seen enables banks to significantly speed up the account opening process, improve customer experience, and clear their backlog by dramatically reducing the manual work required. As a result of automation, the time required for account opening can be reduced from days to minutes, with the added benefits of a fully auditable process and less reliance on manual entry. WorkFusion's automation solutions enable banks to transform their customer onboarding and KYC operations with ease and speed. Start with one process and scale fast with other automation use cases.
In addition to the video, as you scroll down the page, you have things like a brochure and more details of the use case, such as common document types and supported applications. As you get to the bottom, you can keep exploring additional use cases. Let's jump to the second use case for today in adverse media monitoring, another banking and finance use case within AML. Here again, more details on the use case and another demo video to play.
In this video, we will show you how you can improve adverse media monitoring in your company. Automation helps analysts to make decisions 10 times faster and check considerably more articles. WorkFusion's pre-built solution automates the search for and analysis of negative news articles. It also manages the challenges that make handling this process so inefficient. A large number of news articles to analyze, much of it in the form of unstructured data, without defined formats, with analysts using a generally fragmented approach. How does our adverse media monitoring solution navigate these issues? Let's consider this process both with and without WorkFusion. Each year, banks across the globe complete millions of adverse media searches. The manual process is generally the same. A compliance analyst starts with the name of a specific person or entity. They go to a search engine or news site, such as Google or Factiva, and retrieve recent articles mentioning that name. The analyst first needs to confirm that the subject of the article is the same as the subject of their search, then decide whether the article indicates any noteworthy activity. The analyst then summarizes their findings in a report and escalates if necessary. To create an audit trail of the search, they also have to save electronic copies of what they read. This whole procedure can take 20 minutes per search, during which many retrieved articles will be deemed irrelevant by the analyst. Each relevant article must be analyzed for signs of multiple types of risk, and missing anything can be a costly error. The process constantly runs the risk of exposing the business to compliance and regulatory actions. However, WorkFusion has streamlined the whole process of collecting and analyzing news articles in its adverse media monitoring solution. In the first step, easily customizable bots retrieve news articles from Factiva, Google, InfoEngine, or any other source. Pre-trained intelligent automation bots then analyze each retrieved article using multiple machine learning models. They check for relevance of the name or entity, whether the article is of an adverse nature, and other risk factors. The results are merged and displayed to the analyst on a single screen, available through an easy user interface known as Workspace. In Workspace, analysts can see the result of the work performed by the bots in the previous steps. The articles have been retrieved, analyzed, and prioritized by risk, with important keywords highlighted. If required, the analyst can adjust the keywords or make other changes to the results, which will be used to retrain the model and make the bots' analysis even more accurate going forward. Then, the analyst needs to make a final assessment, hit Submit, and move on to the next item. Bots automatically compile a final report. This reduces the time required for each assessment from 20 minutes to just a few. Because this compliance requirement is highly regulated, a detailed audit trail is recorded automatically for each step of the process. For example, if you wanted to review the news articles retrieved for a specific entity, each of the source links are listed for easy access. The overall process data is fed to an advanced analytics engine and visualized on dashboards, displaying all metrics essential for adverse media monitoring. Automation streamlines this process, making it considerably faster and more accurate. As a result, manual work is reduced by 70%. The number of irrelevant news articles to be analyzed is reduced by 95%, and the assessment is completed 10 times faster. It allows increasing adverse media coverage significantly to provide better compliance. Begin improving adverse media monitoring and other anti-money laundering operations right now. Start with one process and scale fast with the other automation use cases.
If you'd like to get more information about negative news or other use cases beyond what's on the page, you can always click the Request Demo button at the top of the page. There's a lot more to discover, including use cases in other areas such as insurance. Again, Use Case Navigator is available for you to browse through right now. Just navigate to start.workfusion.com and identify what you'd like to start automating today.